Okay, let's talk about a little fire ritual you can do. So this is all about cutting cords between you and another individual. Cords are energy connections that occur from you to another person, usually at the solar plexus. If you ever notice as you're talking about situations with people that are bothering you, a lot of times people will be like doing this sort of movement, like you're basically cutting the cords, or you'll be like, I feel like they're attached to me. Like we kind of grab at the solar plexus area. That chakra is about 2 inches above your belly button, is where a lot of people will hold their cords of attachment with other individuals. So basically what that means is that you are connecting your energy with the other energy through this like invisible cord that exists through time and space and all of that kind of stuff, and it feeds energy. So it's like either you're giving that person energy or you're getting energy from them. And so these cords can be positive. We have lovely cords that go from the people that we love in our lives, but they can also be negative or like heavy and restricting on us if they're going to people who are draining us of our energy, or if you happen to be an energy man by yourself and you're draining energy from other people through these cords. So we don't want any of that. Now, when you do a cord cutting ritual, just like this fire one that I'm going to explain, basically what you do is you are going to write on a piece of paper. You can write a letter to this person. You can just write that person's name. It's enough. Just write their name. You can write a long letter to them. It can be a letter that is angry. It can be a letter with resentment, frustration. It can also be a letter of forgiveness. It can also be a letter of understanding. It can be a letter of healing, of love, of unconditional love. I mean, it's up to you to decide what kind of letter you want to write to this person, what you want to put in this letter. They're never going to see it. This is a ritual that is specific for you and your experience of life. Energetically, they will be affected because if they are like siphoning energy from you, they won't be able to do that anymore. But basically what you want to do is just write what you need to write at this given time without judging it and judging yourself. Write it down on that piece of paper, whatever it needs to be, or several pieces of paper, whatever it needs to be. And you're just going to write that experience out there, how it made you feel, what happened for you, whether it's one experience, many experiences, whatever it is that you need to get off your chest and out of your energy field, you write that down on that piece of paper. Okay, one person per paper. So if you have multiple people you need to do this with, then you're going to need multiple pieces of paper. I also suggest if you have multiple people that you like split them up. Maybe don't do like all 15 people in one day. Maybe do like 1 or 2 people per day. But see how it feels for you energetically. Write it all out. Get everything you need out. Make sure you got everything you need out. And then take that piece of paper, and this one's blank, but it's symbolic because I'm showing you what to do with it. Crumble it up and throw it in the fire. And as you do this, as you place it in the fire, do so with intention. Do so with, I am releasing this person, this energy, these feelings, this cord. I am releasing all of this from me right now, here in this moment in time. And place it intentionally in the fire. And then what I suggest that you do, I'm not going to do because I'm filming a video, but what I suggest that you do is watch as that fire engulfs that piece of paper. Watch as it envelopes it, watch as it burns, and watch it until it's completely burned into just nothing but ashes. And then you know that that is what you have done with that energy between you and that other person or experience, or whatever you chose to write on that piece of paper. You have dissolved that between you and that person. And that is a simple fire ritual that you can do for cutting cords. Now, here's the thing about cutting cords. When we do so, sometimes energetically the other person may feel it. They're not conscious of it. This is all subconscious stuff going on, but they may feel it. And if they do, that may lead them to reach out to you. Maybe not in 10 minutes after you're done watching the thing burn, although that's possible, but it could be within a few weeks or months or something like that. It could also be in your dreams, in your dream space. So just know that that's something that is possible, and that if that does happen, don't fret and don't worry about it. Don't be like, oh no, the cord is like reattached. No, that doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that like they did sort of feel it, and that is actually a great indicator to you that what you did really worked. You know, it really did cut that space. So a lot of times when somebody has sort of like a negative attachment to you, however that may be, it can look like a million different things. But when you do this sort of cord cutting thing, a lot of times they want to reattach it. They subconsciously have felt it and they want to reattach it. So just be mindful. Don't allow it to be reattached. Allow it to stay severed. You're in your space and they're in their space. And just trust that the process that you've done works. Now, if you don't hear from them, don't think that it didn't work. They could have worked just fine as well. Doesn't mean that they have to reach out to you. It's just something that can happen, and I like people to be aware that that's a possibility, but it's not a probability. You know, it doesn't mean it's going to definitely occur. So simplify our ritual. You know, take a piece of paper, write their name down, write the letter to them, or write about the experience, write what it is you're releasing. Crumble it up, intentionally put it into the fire, watch it burn, and know that that energy has been dissolved between you and that other individual. That cord has been cut, that energy has been cleared, and you are free to move forward about your way in your life, however it is that works for you. Enjoy, let me know how it works, and stay tuned for more videos on all sorts of energetic things. Thank you.